Hello everyone, it's that time again. Project Soul have released patch 2.20 containing mass changes to the entire roster and the system itself. Just as before, we'll be covering the list of changes made to Nightmare. So without further ado, let's dive right in. To start things off, the move Quick Backspin Slash now has a separate command. Inputting BGA allows you to execute the move in the exact same manner as ABA. 2A plus B, 236 A plus G, and Grimstride A plus G now have added text to explain their meter gaining properties. Nightmare's A plus G has had the camera angle adjusted so as not to confuse both player and opponent, figuring out which side they should be on. Armour attacks will now register Zasalamal's curses, and Amy's rolls perceptions when they trigger its revenge. 1K has received several enhancements, starting with an issue causing 1K to push the opponent away and making it whiff being corrected. The block stun has been decreased from -16 to -12. The frame advantage on counter hit has increased from -2 to +6. 6AA now has increased tracking and an enlarged hitbox in order to make it easier to hit the opponent. 9 Terror Charge Night Side Stance A plus B now has an enlarged hitbox so as not to whiff from a distance. The length of stun on Night Terror Charge Night Lower Stance A plus B has been increased so that a downed opponent cannot Ukemi out of the string. The launching height of Grimstride K has been lowered to prevent Nightmare from sliding under opponents during an air combo. Night Terror Charge 66KK has had the pushback of the first hit reduced in order to avoid situations where the second hit would whiff when it hits the opponent from behind. This in turn decreases the wall carry. 6K's block stun has been increased from -8 to -4 and now has increased pushback, giving more distance between you and the opponent. 4KK and Reversal Edge K now gain more meter when Night Terror Charge is active. A rather interesting addition to Nightmare's toolkit is the dropkick's new ability to lethal hit. Should your opponent whiff a low attack, lethal hit 44K will launch them, allowing for a free follow-up for a huge damage. The block stun on 66 A plus B has been immensely increased, from -2 to +4 on block, granting Nightmare great frame advantage. The lower hitbox of 236 A plus G and Grimstride A plus G have been enlarged, making it easier to ensnare your opponent in a tech trap. Quite possibly the biggest and most significant is the buff to 236 A plus G, which has been sped up from I-14 to I-12. Yes, Nightmare finally has an I-12. This means now that -12 lows will never go unpunished again. IAGA and IABA have received multiple improvements, the input being lengthened by an extra frame, making it easier to execute. The block stun has been increased from 0 to +2, giving you better frame advantage. The damage scaling has also been slightly relaxed from the previous patch, granting Nightmare a better reward for landing their lethal hit variant or executing them during combos. The base damage of ABA has been increased from 32 to 36. And finally, IABA now has combo scaling so as to completely mirror IAGA in terms of damage. And that should just about cover everything. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a good one.